Redskins defense is dexterous. Named after Dexter Manley. 3rd down and 14 at the 17. White steps into the pocket and now is caught from behind. Charles Mann is the Redskin who got his man. Second sack of White, and here comes Septien again.
Charles Mann really made an extension at the end of the play. You talk about a defensive end being able to smell a quarterback. Look at that. He saw him. He was off his blocker, and there was no way Danny White was going to get away from Charles Mann on that one.
Never saw it. Hogaboom will hold, and Septien will try the field goal from 36 yards out. Don't forget that Hogaboom can throw it. 6-0 Dallas with 7:56 left to play 3rd quarter. We thought it would be low scoring, but not this low scoring. Dallas up 6-6. Washington nothing. 3rd quarter score. 7:56 left in the 3rd quarter. Cowboys scoring drive, 10 plays, 37 yards. Kept the ball 5 minutes and 10 seconds, and Septien got the field goal. To kick off. Ken Jenkins back by himself. Septien in that direction. Jenkins fields at the 4. Out he comes. Outside the 20, about the 24. Jesse Penn down to make the stop.
Watch Charles Mann, number 71, comes close here. He gets good penetration in the middle. You see it and see him get his hands up. That's why a good kicker like Rafael Septien is so important that he gets the ball up quickly. Watch, Charles Mann did get penetration, but Septien not only makes field goal, but boom, that thing goes straight up in the air, and there's no way you can block it.
Almost impossible to block it when he gets it up that quickly. Here's Tyson giving to Rogers. Rogers is hammered in the middle after a pickup of maybe 3. John Dutton and Dexter Clinkscale on the bottom of the pile, along with Eugene Lockhart.
I think one thing that you have to do is get a little passing on 1st down. I mean, I know with Riggins you try and get the running going on 1st down. In the 2nd half, Rogers you try and get the running. But the Cowboys are just playing 1st down. They're really playing run tough now on 1st down.
Rogers is that lone back. This would seem to be a passing situation, but they give to Rogers again. There comes that penalty flag down, and I'm sure from where it's thrown, it's going to be a holding violation against the Redskins.
That's right. It's from the official behind the defense, the umpire. That'll be holding on the Redskins, one of their offensive linemen. You know, they can talk about the defense doing this and the defense doing that, but I think that the penalties have done more to stop drives than any
number 61, offense.
Ken Huff.
I think you worry about that. The ball was run on a delay to the left, and Ken Huff was away from the play. He's the right guard.
That'll make it 2nd and 16. And the Cowboys come in with the extra defensive backs now. They put Bates, as we saw in the 1st half, back in the middle linebacker position. Smirek is in place of Dutton for Russ Theismann. Goes briefly. Theismann wild high over the head of everybody and out of bounds. Rogers was the man nearest. If that could have been complete.
Well, you know, the other interesting thing is the guy covering Rogers on that play was Too Tall Jones. When they go the 7 defensive backs, Bates in the middle, then the end on that side has to come off and spy with the loop. Now watch him. You see Too Tall starting up the field. Now he sees Rogers. Now watch him come off. You see he starts to fumble, stumble, get his hands up. Big Too Tall almost had an interception. That's pretty good coverage.
I'll tell you.
Had him doubled inside out. Too Tall fumbling into coverage.
3rd and 16. You have to figure Monk in this situation. He is split wide to the left. Theismann looking right, however. Can't make up his mind. Jetcoat has him, and he's in the grass and down. 3rd sack by Dallas. Theismann couldn't find anybody, and Jetcoat was there.
tell you, the Redskins sure don't have much, as I said before, confidence in that long yardage situation. You can see what has happened there to the passing today. He's been knocked down 3 times and hurried 3 times. Had a lot of stuff happen to him. But, you know, the penalties put him in that long yardage, and then they can't do anything with it.
Steve Cox, as a result of all that, stands about 5 yards deep in the end zone. Bates is back at midfield. Good kick by Steve Cox. Chases Bates back to his own 42. He hits midfield, hammers back into Redskin territory about their 48, where the Cowboys will have it in pretty good shape. 1st and 10, a 48-yard kick by Steve Cox and a return of 9 by Bill Bates. 6-0. Cowboys overhead, sold out RFK Stadium. Mick Blimp furnishing us with those pictures. Piloted by Mike Fitzpatrick. The McDonald's airship, Mick Blimp. This is Dorsett. He gets only a couple before Curtis Jordan cuts him down. There's Big John. One of the things that we hear, I don't think this is divulging anything that isn't known by everyone, that is, if you can get ahead of the Redskins, you can get him out of the game. And that's what everybody tries to do.
That's the thing, and if they can't, then then it's just not Redskin football. They have to be able to play where ball control is the important thing.
2nd and 9. That was Renfro in motion. This is White back to throw. Over to Clark, was batted away by Curtis Jordan, who was right with him. White again was throwing, backing up off the back foot and everything else.
And that's why there's 2 reasons. One, Curtis Jordan had good coverage. And 2, Danny White, because he was backing up, really didn't get anything on the ball. He kind of blooped it out there. I tell you, I don't know how bad that coverage was. He looked like he was, how bad the pressure was. He looked like he was going right, throwing left, and the ball came out of there like the last shot out of a Roman candle. Bloop, 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 bloop. Nothing on it.
Looked like one of the things that had been furnishing those pictures. 3rd down and 9, 5:20 left, 3rd quarter. Dallas at the Washington 47, leading 6-0. White again under pressure, goes deep with Dorsett. He has it. Touchdown, Tony Dorsett. Covered by a linebacker, and you just can't do it. There isn't a linebacker around. Even if it was Monty Coleman, you can't pick him up.
Monty Coleman knew it. Dorsett got to step on it. Monty Coleman couldn't do anything except point at him. So he was by him. He was pointing at him like, hey, there he goes. Someone get him. Watch 51. Here's Monty Coleman. He starts inside. He's trying to fake a blitz. Now he has to come out here to the left to cover Dorsett. Now watch. Dorsett gets a step here. The only thing that Monty Coleman can do now is hope that there's some help coming from one side or the other. He didn't have any help at all.
All you can really do is say, there he goes.
And that's what he said. And I don't know that you want to be faking blitzes too much when you have Dorsett man-to-man with no help deep.
Ogaboom to hole and set the end for the extra point. Dallas leads 13-0. 5:12 left, 3rd quarter, and the Redskin rooters appear to be getting a little bit nervous.
Problem with the double zone. The double zone, when the safeties come out here, as they did here, then that gives you a big middle right here. Now, Tony Dorsett takes this middle. The guy that has to cover him is Monty Coleman. He can't catch him, and Dorsett beats him. Now, watch the 2 safeties deep. Now, see, they turn outside. Now, look at that middle. Now, there's Dorsett right in the middle. Monty Coleman tries to grab him, can't, just points to him, and Dorsett gets a touchdown.
And Septien is now kicking off, and Jenkins will bring it back from about the 6. Dan Jenkins out to about the 26. Victor Scott made the stop for the Cowboys. Ball must have come loose. They're indicating, though, that Washington retains possession. Chicago Bears go to Texas Stadium next week. The Bears unbeaten. The only unbeaten team. Dallas Cowboys 6-3 and looking to go 7-3 and stay tied with the Giants. And that's the rest of the schedule next week. Rams, Atlanta, New Orleans, Green Bay, Philadelphia, St. Louis, Tampa Bay, and the Jets, Minnesota, and Detroit. The way things are going, nobody's a bargain. Nobody has an easy game. Guys Theismann certainly hasn't had an easy one today. Trying to go to Monk. Walls is with him. No flag.
That was good coverage there by Everson Walls because he had Art Monk all the way. Look, he starts up there in tight coverage, and then they get even, and they're just running shoulder to shoulder. Theismann tried to throw it to the outside, and that was the position that Everson Walls had on the play.
That was excellent coverage, as you said, John. By the way, that touchdown by Dorsett was the 76th of his career, and that ties Bullet Bob Hayes for the all-time Dallas record. Washington only has 66 yards passing all day. Rogers cut down after a gain of about 5 by Victor Scott. Jeffcoat again had an assist.
I'll tell you, they caught him. The reason Jeffcoat had that assist is they caught him in, again, the 4-0 defense, 7 defensive backs in there, but Jeffcoat was coming on a stunt. Randy White worked to the outside. Jeffcoat came to the inside and ran right into the ball carrier.
3rd and 5. Keith Griffin is now the Redskin runner. Theismann gets it out of the bundle. It's picked off by Everson Walls, intended for Gary Clark. And Walls, and again, good shape defensively, and here come the boos. Amazing how soon they forget.
The thing is, I think they're booing out of frustration because the Redskins stayed close the first half, and then they just weren't able to do anything. Again, they want to work on Everson Walls. Here he is man-to-man that time. Gary Clark tried to give him a little out move and then go up. Everson Walls just stayed right with him. The ball was thrown a little short, I think, again, because of the pressure on Theismann. Because he really didn't get everything he wanted to on that ball.
Boy, he's given you a clinic. Walls has on those last 2 passes in his area on how it should be done.
He sure didn't take a bite for the out, did he?
Nope. White gives to Dorsett, who hammers. Dorsett could be gone. Last man was Vernon Dean, and he brought him down. But Dorsett rambles for 27 yards and into Washington territory.
Hey, I think the Cowboys are in a position right now that they got the Redskins worn down. Now they're able to get Rafferty on Olkowitz. Now they're able to handle that front group, and now they can get Dorsett there. Any time if a wide receiver makes a block, that is sometimes the difference between a touchdown and a long gainer. If Tony Hill made a block, that would have been a touchdown.
First down it was. Gain of 27 by Dorsett. They give it to him again, and again he hammers the yard. Left side stopped by Neil Olkowitz. You've heard, I'm sure, John Madden and I talk about turnovers and what happens and what's the result. Look at this. In the 5 wins, the Redskins